Hey there, and welcome to the Partner Pulse, your quick hit of insight into how Intellistack and our partners are tackling real-world challenges together. I'm David Moeller, and joining me today is Ashley from Mogli. Good morning, Ashley. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great. Coffee in. It's Friday. I'm ready.
It's Friday. Let's go. So, Ashley, today we're going to hit four rapid-fire questions, and I'll get you out of here. Sound good?
Sounds perfect.
Fabulous. All right, kick things off. Super easy. Just give us the elevator pitch on Mogli and tell us a little bit about what you do there.
I love this. Good. Elevator pitch for Mowgli. We make texting on Salesforce easy. That's that's the pitch. That's the pitch. We can go deeper. We could go a little bit more existential, but we truly make texting on Salesforce easy. We're built on Salesforce. We are built for Salesforce, and we are built by Salesforce experts. And that's what we do. We eat, breathe, and sleep SMS and mobile solutions for Salesforce.
That's super easy. In fact, I think that's the only time I've ever heard an elevator pitch that could actually be accomplished by the time we got to the next floor. So, congratulations, Ashley. You passed the
Yes, yeah,
test.
good.
Okay, so you make texting on Salesforce easy. Let's walk into some joint success we've had together then. Share a story about like a great use case or a good joint customer story we have together, if you don't mind.
Yeah, this is a fun one, actually. We do a lot of work here within Mowgli, within the nonprofit sector and clientele. And so we actually have a large chunk of our book of business is YMCAs. And specifically, YMCA of Delaware is not only one of our clients, but also one of Intellistack's clients. So it's been really neat to see their progression of use cases, not only Mowgli adoption, but for the FormStack solution adoption. And they have really leveled up their internal processes. And they came to us with really a problem they were having, right? We don't really love to hear about client problems because we don't want them to have problems, but right, we've all got problems. And what we want to do is be the solution to that problem. So they came to us and said, listen, we have an issue with members not following up on failed payments or transactions not going through or camp payments that are coming in through from dozens and dozens, right, of members. And they were having a really hard time collecting those payments and processing them to completion through email, right? People would be left on red. They wouldn't reconcile. Y'all's solution is coming in to like point then people towards the actual form payment request to do that full processing and transaction and insert Mowgli, right? So we said, well, your folks are on their phones, right? And they're going to immediately see a notification from a text from the YMCA, which will probably seem a little urgent. So we incorporated SMS reminders for those transactional payments, for those failed payment reminders or the membership fee due, the camp payments. And we have loved hearing over these last few months from them. We actually just held an annual business review with them, and they let us know that they have seen an substantial increase in their payments processed ever since they started incorporating SMS as their channel and then leveraging right into the form stack form payment collection. And so that's been really cool to hear from them that it finally like actually found that solution that they could quickly get those reconciled payments to serve their community, make sure people were enrolled in their classes and their programs and their camps. So it's been really cool to see. They said they can't wait to see how much they actually increase their revenue, even just with that. And because that's been so successful, we've been able to take that as a really straightforward use case to other YMCAs that we're partnering with. And they are currently adopting it, within like the southern region where we have some YMCA. So yeah, one domino flicked over can make a nice little effect across the YMCA culture. So we're excited to see that. Yeah.
That's fabulous, Ashley. And one stat, pardon me, one stat that stuck with me from my time in cloud communications is 97% of text messages are read in 5 minutes.
Uh,
So there
I,
you go. It's a hot channel, folks. Uh,
yeah.
so let's talk a little bit more about what makes us good partners together. You mentioned you bring the SMS to the table. We have some workflow things. What makes Intellistack and Mowgli great partners?
Yeah. Um, I, when I was thinking about this even, I just couldn't get the words force multiplier out of my head. And so I think that that's a really impactful thing in this ecosystem, in the Salesforce ecosystem, and the tech stack, where if you can do one thing really, really well as a vendor, as a partner, and find another vendor and partner also doing their thing really, really well, you combine forces and already take what Salesforce does incredibly well, which is right, like customer relationship management, business process management. If you find those cherries on top, like Intellistack, FormStack, and Mogli SMS, then really you can kind of be unstoppable when it comes to serving clients and being an accelerator in the way your clients, constituents, and stakeholders are receiving information, giving you back information, and just increasing how much impact we can actually have together on our clients. We're not trying to be form builders. You're not trying to be an SMS vendor, and so it's just nice when we can come together and really complement, shake hands, and serve the clients well. So
And Ashley, I think you just gave us the title for this episode. Mogli and Intellistack, the Force
the
Multipliers.
force multiply. It sounds very like
It
Star
could be
Wars.
a Star Wars movie. Yeah, right. I love it. No, that's fantastic, Ashley. So I guess I'll just get you out of here on one last question, kind of a bit of a prediction, if you will. So you mentioned that like you guys are experts in SMS and cloud communications, and you're dealing with a lot of folks in this nonprofit space. When you look to the future, like what are some opportunities you see for digital transformation in that space, or just some trends that you've noticed lately that you think will be popping up big here shortly?
Yeah, this is a fun question. I actually just recently talked about this week on webinars that we conducted. It's 2025. Information is coming at people fast. They want information from the brands, from the organizations, from the services they're procuring. They want information fast. They don't want the fluff. They want the call to action to be clear and concise. And I think within uh, opportunities that we have as tech stack partners, we have the opportunity to continue accelerating that and being very hyper relevant to our clients and to our stakeholders and to our recipients of those text messages, giving them the information that they want, making sure that the staff behind pumping out that sort of information or needing to elicit the information and data from your clientele, it needs to be efficient, it needs to be quick. We need to be leaning into the other tools and utilities. Can anyone say AI? Right? So obviously, that's a huge trend. But if we are ready and able to lean into that, whether you're taking that crawl, walk, run approach, it can truly be that digital transformation like time period now for us to really level up and just get information into the hands of who needs it at the right time in the right way to the right people. So that's what we're doing here. I know that's what y'all are doing too as well. And so that's just been sticking with us kind of in this theme of 2025 is let's get information out fast, let's get information back quicker, and let's do cool stuff with that data and information that we're collecting.
Well, thank you so much, Ashley, for stopping by the Partner Pulse. This has been a lot of fun. I will make sure my design team starts their Photoshop with you and I holding lightsabers immediately.
Yes. Yes.
The force
Can it be
multipliers,
coffee? Can
we
it
are
be
here.
coffee lightsabers?
Absolutely, absolutely. So this has been a lot of fun, and thank you for joining us. And we'll see
Thank
you
you.
next week for another episode of the Partner Pulse. Ashley, thanks again. Have a great weekend.
Thanks.